So lucky I hit the damn button, the wrong button, and it closed me out. But this is part 2 now. I'm going to have to set up a part 2. It says, as he spake by the mouth of his holy prophets, which have been since the world began. All right. And let's keep reading. That we should be saved from our enemies and from the hand of all that hate us. All right. And didn't I just speak on that? Didn't I just say that that's why we got to be in the fire? Because these people hate us. They hate the truth. They really hate Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. All right. But we're speaking by the mouth of the holy prophets. Yahweh is that's what he uses. He uses us to be his mouth. All right. Luke 1:70 tells you that. And also what he told Moses. Remember, because Moses was worried about what he was going to say to Pharaoh. He almost didn't have the courage or the bravery to do the will of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. And Yahweh told him, he said, don't worry, I'm going to put my words in your mouth. All right. That's what he does with us. He's putting his words in our mouth. Even for this lesson, I didn't plan it out. I just came out and started reading the scripture. And I told you at the beginning of part 1, I said, hey, I ain't got nothing planned. I'm just going to come out here and do this lesson. And so far, hey, it's edifying for me and hopefully for you all as well. All right. So this is Proverbs 8 and verse 4. It says, unto you, O men, I call, and my voice is to the sons of man. The sons of man. It says, unto you, O men. It's not talking about, it didn't say nothing about a woman right there. It didn't say nothing about your grandmother and what her opinion is on the Bible. No, it says, unto you, O men, I call, and my voice is to the sons of man. All right, so now I got to hammer this one home. And let's get Ezekiel 34:31. It says, and ye, my flock, the flock of my pasture, are men, and I am your power. Yahweh, saith Yahweh, your power. All right, so see, the flock of the Lord's pasture are men. He says, unto you I call men. He didn't say, unto you women I call. No, he said, unto the men. One more. Revelation 21:3. And I heard a great voice out of heaven saying, behold, the tabernacle of Yahuwah is with men. All right. So the men are the church. Tabernacle means church. If I read it that way, it says, behold, the church of God is with men. For you simpletons out there, because there's a lot of simps out there from Israel. We got to break it down, because otherwise, it doesn't wax strong in your spirit. So I got to read things verbatim like that sometimes. Behold, the church of God is with men. And that's all I want to bring out of that. Well, you know what? Let me read it. And he will dwell with them, and they shall be his people, and Yahweh himself shall be with them and be their power. Yahweh. Okay? So the church is the men. We always tell you that. And that's why he's called us to go out there in the chief place of concourse. Because what's going to happen? I mean, in the ancient times, the women couldn't just go out in this chief place and concourse and teach. That's against the law. The woman should be kept silent in the church. Let's get that in Timothy, right? And I believe it's also in Corinthians. And, so there it is, both Corinthians and in Timothy, like I said. So let's get it. Let's get the first one out of. Let's read Corinthians. Let's read the New International Version. All right, this is what it says: women should remain silent in the churches. They are not allowed to speak, but must be in submission, as the law says. All right. So if you got yourself an NIV, hey, that ain't bad. That ain't too shabby. They're telling you the truth right there. But a lot of those verses in those other Bibles, aside from the KJV, they kind of they dilute things. So you got to be careful reading those other Bibles. But every now and again, we'll read a scripture out of the other one because it's plain for you to listen and hear, right? Let me read it again in the NIV. 1 Corinthians 14 and 34. Women should remain silent in the churches. They are not allowed to speak, but must be in submission, as the law says. Now let's jump down to the KJV. Let your women keep silence in the churches, for it is not permitted unto them to speak, but they are commanded to be under obedience, as also saith the law. See, so that one's a little more powerful, right? It talks about obedience, you know. You women need to be in you need to obey the truth, obey the laws of Yahuwah, and literally just keep your mouth shut when you enter the church, when you go to the camps, when men are teaching the scripture. You know, it ain't personal. It's just that's what Yahweh, the way he set it up. He said, hey, keep silence in the church. And he had a reason, you know. Look at this article right here. Through the Spirit says, what to say when someone says women should be silent in the church. See, these fucking Christians, they want to change shit. And guess what? It's written by a woman, right? I don't know if it's the Edomite on the top or the lady who looks like she might be an Israelite right there. But let's see. Let's see. So anyway, I'm not gonna read this thing, but obviously you have people, these heathen, these 2/3, they don't like hearing that, right? They don't like hearing the truth. That's why they hate us, you know. They get mad because they hear us speaking truth in the chief place of concourse, in the streets. All right, go back to Proverbs for the rest of this. Let's read some more of this. But see, you only need to read a little bit of a chapter and precepts start coming to mind. Proverbs 8 and 5. It says, O ye simple, understand wisdom, and ye fools, be ye of an understanding heart, which is mind. Be of an understanding mind. Don't understand wisdom. Don't sit there and reject it. Don't sit there and you're simple. When you reject the truth, you come to the camp, you have 7 adult men holding scriptures. You don't think that we're learned in the Bible? You don't think we've studied? You're better off to just shut your mouth and learn something, you know? Verse 6, Hear, for I will speak of excellent things, and the opening of my lips shall be right things. All right, so when we're out there teaching, the things we speak are excellent. All right, it ain't no subpar thing. It ain't no, oh, it's not too bad or it's not too shabby. No, it's excellent when we're out there teaching. All right, thus saith the Lord. All right, verse 7, For my mouth shall speak truth. All right, and we just read who the mouth is in Luke 170, right? Yeah, the prophets are the mouth. Let's read that again. For my mouth shall speak truth, and wickedness is an abomination to my lips. See, so a wickedness, that literally is an abomination to the servants of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai on our lips. We don't speak no wickedness, right? We teach you what's wicked, but we're not changing the scriptures. We're not deceiving. We don't have any guile in our mouth, you know, which guile is deception, right? We're not beguiling the people. Oh, that'd be abomination to our lips, all right? I just did a lesson recently that says that, if you're not saying the right thing, you defile yourself. If you're teaching lies and blasphemies, you're defiling yourself. You got to teach this word the way it's written. And you know what? That's a select few of men to be exact. 144,000 men of Israel are the only ones who are going to be able to teach this Bible, and who are going to be the mouth of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Oh shoot, I should have stayed there. Let's get that. So that's Revelation, 14:3. This is the song we're singing is the Bible. It's a metaphor, a parable. Let's read it. Revelation 14:3. And they sung as it were a new song before the throne and before the four beasts and the elders, and no man could learn that song but the 144,000 which were redeemed from the earth. All right, so only 144,000 can learn the song, man, and it's all men of Israel. It's all so-called what you call blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. We are the ones who are the mouth. Okay. Proverbs 8:8. All the words of my mouth are in righteousness. There is nothing froward or perverse in them. They are all plain to him that understandeth, and right to him that find knowledge. Okay, so it's plain for the. That's why unto us it is given, unto the others it's not given. It tells you that in Mark 4:11, right? But all the words of his mouth, which is the prophets, are in righteousness. Why? Because we're coming out of the scriptures. We don't give you our own take on the matter, okay? We don't come out saying, well, this, I believe that, we believe, I believe. No, we believe what's written. You're never going to hear the brothers at the camp say, well, I believe this, or I believe that, or I believe. No, that's wickedness. We don't give a fuck what you believe. Even if you're one of the brothers talking like that, we'll stop you. We're like, look, we don't care what you believe. You got to come out the scriptures. That's what we do. And verse 9, they are all plain to him that understandeth, and right to them that find knowledge. So this truth is plain to the elect. All right, we hear it, it makes sense. But the wicked, they hear it and they can't understand, right? That tells you that in Daniel 12:10. Many shall be purified and made white and tried, right? We were tried in the fire, that's us. But the wicked shall do wickedly, and none of the wicked shall understand, but the wise shall understand. So if you can't understand the way we're teaching, then by default, you're wicked, all right? Because we break down the scriptures. The brothers give breakdowns. The brothers give explanations. We expound on the scriptures, just like Yahuwah did to his disciples, all right? So, let's see. Proverbs 8:8. And I was at 9. Let's read 10. Receive my instruction and not silver, and knowledge rather than choice gold. For wisdom is better than rubies, and all the things that may be desired are not to be compared to it. All right, so nothing can compare to this truth. Nothing is better or more valuable or more precious than this truth. All right? And the men who are part of this truth, the elect, hey, we recognize that. We understand that. That's why we have no want of any good thing in Babylon, right? And it don't matter. At the end of the day, we could lose it all for this truth, and we will lose it all for this truth. Some of us, you know. Let's get that. There it is. Psalms 34:10, and it says, the young lions do lack and suffer hunger, but they that seek Yahuwah shall not want any good thing. All right? So the main thing that we want is this wisdom. The main thing we want is this truth, the understanding. All right? And so that's why, the Lord put the Spirit on certain men to just really just, you look at this truth like if it's a beautiful woman that you want to keep forever, That's what the Bible likens this knowledge, this truth. And even to Israel, the daughter of Zion, it says, hey, we're a comely and delicate woman. Well, guess what? This truth is like, the wisdom is likened unto a woman, all right? That's why in the Greek it's Sophia, okay? So that's a woman's name, all right? You see what I'm saying? The wisdom in the Greek is called Sophia. It ain't Greg or Bob, No, it's Sophia, wisdom. You see? And we should desire this wisdom in the same fashion, that we would desire a woman that we love, okay? So With that, I'm going to go ahead and close out. I want to give all praise and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Harakakodash. Double honors goes out to the elder apostles of Great Millstone for teaching me this truth. Also want to acknowledge all the Akiam who are pushing this truth with sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth. Shalom to the elect.